good afternoon, and welcome to our show Spotlight. This is Athena, your host from Toronto. So, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. You can also watch us on www.tropicaljamstudios.com. So, today we're going to talk about financial planning, and our guest will be Zoila Lewis. It is really important to end this year strong and also to equip ourselves with knowledge for 2025 to face challenges and also to grab opportunities. So it's really important to be well equipped. And it's really an honor for me to introduce Zoila Lewis. She's really knowledgeable. She has been in the financial industry for more than a decade, passionate about helping people, and she has really great leadership skills. It's not the first time that she has been invited on Tropical Jam Studios, and I'm really grateful that every time I invite her, she take time, she works around her schedule to come and share her knowledge. So help me welcome Zoila Lewis. Good afternoon, Zoila.
Hey, Sheila, thanks for having me. It's good to see you again. It's good to be on your show again.
Thank,
See you for
thank you
having.
for being here
Thank you.
and to share, your expert knowledge that we need. We need to, I was telling those watching us, we need to be equipped in this country to be able to navigate in this country, right?
Yes, we
Yes.
do. Yes, we do. That is so true. I mean, with everything, we need to come up with a plan, and a financial plan is nothing different than that. It's looking at your finances and seeing what you want to do, seeing what you want to achieve.
And while talking about financial planning, why do we need it?
Yeah, that's a very important question. It's a good question. There's an saying that says, if we fail to plan, we plan to fail,
Okay.
right? So if you look at people who play sports, different NBA teams, whatever sports there is, people want to win, right? And they have to come up with strategies and plans of how they're going to defeat their opponent, right? So why not look at our finances? How are we going to win financially? How are you going to win in this game called money, right? How are we going to achieve the different goals and the dreams that we have? Whether it's buying a house, buying a car, going on a trip, whatever goals and dreams that we have, sending our children to college, we want to win in this game of money. And that's what a financial plan will help you do. Come up with strategies of how you can achieve the different goals financially.
So when talking about financial planning, so there are strategies, rules that and concepts that we need to understand, right?
Mhm.
You took a very good example of athletes. So if they want to see results, what I'm thinking, you need to be disciplined. We are not talking about something, hey, you're going to be rich the next day. No,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah,
all about, yes, Zoila, sorry.
yeah, it's all about, as you said, discipline. How do I put a plan in place? How do I stick to that plan? I mean, I hate to add this, but it's 2025. People are gonna,
Mm-hmm.
go to the gym and their resolutions. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to do that at the gym. And I mean, it has been shown that you know 2 weeks after people fall off of that plan because they really didn't plan. They just said, "Oh, there was a dream. Oh, there was an aspiration. Oh, let me just go to the gym and try." But if we had come up with a plan, okay, we're gonna do a, cardio today. We're gonna lift weights the next day. Have some accountability too, and just stick to that plan. It takes discipline, and so it is with our goals to achieve financial freedom. To get out of debt. It requires discipline. It requires a plan of how am I going to achieve that particular goal. And that's what we're here to do, is to help you to put little things into place, and just to also, we're here to help you too, to stick with you, to say, okay, you
Mm-hmm.
can do this. We have done it, so we know that you can do it too. And we are here with you every step of the way to help you achieve those financial goals, and making sure, yes, you'll make a little error along the way, but we're here to correct you and say, this is a path that you need to go on. So that's what we do.
Thank you. And you know, Zoila is taking example of the gym because she loves the gym. She's really disciplined. This is something I really love and appreciate. Yeah, and thank you, Zoila. When you talk about gym, so we're kind of a gym. We are kind of a financial coach, right? We coach
Definitely.
people. Yeah.
We coach you and say, hey, this is where you need to go. That's the plan we want you to. Let's stick with the plan. Okay. All right. No worries. Let's get back on track. That's what how we help you, as to plan for your plans for your finances every step of the way.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Zoila. So, what are the key factors that you need to look at when you're doing a financial plan? What are the aspects that we need to look into?
Yeah. That's so true. We need to think about the things that we need. We kept saying about goals. So one of the most important things is, what is that person's goal and dream, right? We talked about maybe saving for a vacation, saving to for children's education, saving to buy a house, the car, whatever it is for retirement. That's quite important. Nobody wants to work forever, so we look at that person's goals and dream. Maybe it's to get out of debt. We look at that person's goal. What was some of the challenge that that person had in 2024? What is that they want to get rid of and solve, and don't get rid of that challenge in 2025, whether getting out of debt, whatever it is. First and foremost, we look at the person's goals and dreams. I cannot tell you that is that goal you need to do, right? You tell me what it is you want, and we go from there. We also look at your budget. What is your income? What is your expenses? And then we look at what is your disposable income. What is that leftover portion, and what is it that we can implement for you with this leftover portion, so that you can achieve those goals, right? Your discretionary income, that's what we work with, right? I mean, sometimes the discretionary income might be a little low. We might be saying to you, say, hey, you might need to find a little extra job on the side, but these are stuff we will help you with and sit down. But I think, those are the major things. What is your goals and your dream? And then we look at something called your financial needs analysis. That's what we talk about: your budget, your income, your expenditure, and then your discretionary income or your disposable income, to achieve the goals that you want.
Thank you, Zoila. You know, you mentioned something. If someone in 2024 had any challenges, any issues, so we're going to help that person to overcome it. Why I want to stress on this, it's because I know at times people think, I have this issue. It's difficult. I won't be able to solve it. So then what happened? The person stagnate. The person doesn't move forward. Thinking, it's psychological. Thinking, hey, I have this issue. Oh, I don't think. No, just come. And I think the person will need, to speak and say what issues he's having financially. And then what we're going to do is to help him see options, right? Find solution.
Right, for sure. We can't help you if you don't let us know the challenges, the financial challenges you're
Mm-hmm.
having, to help you financially to overcome those challenges, right? And we need help, right? I mean, I've been helping Sheila drink more water, encouraging her every day, so it is that we encourage you. If you're in debt, if you want to save, we encourage you, come on, let's do it together. Let's start with $25, $50 a month if you want to
Mm-hmm.
save something. Let's put a little away, you know, because at the end of the day, it's not what you make, it's what you keep,
Mm-hmm.
right? So a lot of people look back and say, I earned $60,000 for this year. Where did
Where?
that money go? Right? So
Mm-hmm.
we're helping you with different challenges to achieve whatever goals you have. But we don't know the challenges, so you have to let us know and we'll help you put some plans together for those goals that you have.
And another thing I want to point out is confidentiality. At times, people, they're scared, oh, I'm going to say this. And we are all professionals and we need to be professional, ethical, and all the information, the discussion, it's really confidential. I want to point this out because when we're telling people, hey, tell us what are your issues, so rest assured that there's confidentiality.
Yes, that's true. And I mean, we have to be protect people's privacy, and it is
Exactly.
within law that we have to do these things, and people have to sign off on when we're doing plans for them. They have to sign off on these things that we are giving them information, and this information is going to
It's
remain
confident.
private and confidential. So that's so important. Also, when you've trusted us with you being vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
we will not we will help you to achieve those goals and just make sure all that you've said to us is kept confidential, right?
Yes, thank you, Zoila. Thank you so much. And how do we help with the financial plan? I think you've answered this question partly. Yeah, so how do we help with the financial plan?
So some of the things we do to help you is to look at, as I mentioned, your income and your expenses and your disposable income. We also look at debt management. How do we
Mm-hmm.
help you to get out of debt? To because if you're in debt, it's going to be a challenge to build wealth. Because you're going to have that burden of debt. So we look at debt management. Also, we look at your cash flow. Is there any way that you need to cut back on certain things? Are you drinking too much coffee from Tim Hortons or Starbucks? Let's cut back on those things. Your cash flow, right? We also look at proper protection. How do you protect your income? A lot of us don't think about protecting your income, but let's think about a husband and wife, and if one person passes away, one person is not able to work, how does that income be replaced so that that family will live that same
Lifestyle.
quality of life that were living? And we also look at how you will build wealth and how do we keep that wealth for generations to come, right? We need to make sure that our legacies are being passed down, and we don't need to have the government deciding who gets what from whatever we've worked so hard for. So I mean, these are just the main things. We look at emergency fund too. There's so many emergencies that could happen. Simple thing, if
Car.
you have a car, you blow a tire, you need to go replace a tire. Am I going to use a credit card for that, or do I have money saved up to just buy that tire? So these are just some of the things that we look at when we're looking at your financial plan.
You mentioned something. Am I going to use my credit card? I'm going to tell you, some people, they say, my emergency fund. When we speak, we talk to them, we educate them about having an emergency fund. They'll say, my emergency fund is here. It's my credit card.
Yes. Yeah.
So now, do you know the interest rate on the credit card? So go and check and see. So yeah, financial education is really important, right?
Mhm.
Financial planning is really important because there are so many misconceptions. Like I'm telling you, people will say emergency fund is credit card. No, you need to think well about the interest
Mhm.
that you're gonna pay. That's all about the money game.
Mhm.
Again, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
Hmm. That's true.
Mm, yeah, thank you so much for all the information, Zoila, that you're providing us this afternoon. I have other questions that's coming.
Excellent.
But I know you're someone very knowledgeable and you will be able to answer them.
Of
So
course.
we, yes, of course. So we're gonna come back after a commercial break. So we are back with Zoila Lewis. So she is talking to us about financial planning, how it is important, how we need to put strategies in place to achieve our goals and dreams.
Hmm.
Zoila, you've used goals and dreams a couple of times. So I want to know now, we want to know what are the solutions that are out there to achieve these goals and objectives. Because, as immigrants, when we come here, we have big goals and dreams. Okay, so help us.
That's true. Yeah. So, I mean, the major stuff we do is through insurance and investments, right? So protecting your income, I spoke about that. We talk about life insurance, health insurance, even travel insurance. So many of us have come from different countries, and I mean, we don't get our health card right the first time we come into the country. We need to protect ourselves from a medical emergency using, say, travel insurance. So different types of insurance, illness insurance. We need to have disability insurance for people who are working. Those are the ways we protect ourselves, because we are the breadwinners and we are going to produce that income to finance all the other goals that we have. So protecting our income first and foremost is quite important. Then we look at different investment plans, right? So whether a tax-free savings account, whether a registered retirement savings plan, you want to save for your retirement, the tax-free you use for your emergency fund for quicker things, because you can access that rather quickly. You people who are looking to buy a house now, we've come into this country, we want to buy a house. There's the first home savings account that the government introduced maybe a year or two ago, that will help you to do this. And also, for children, we have children that we want them to go to colleges and universities, but we don't want them to have a debt after leaving college and university. So there's the registered educational savings plan that we have for our children to go to university and college and tertiary institutions. And these are just some of the accounts that we have set up. We help families to set up, to plan and achieve their goals and their dreams. But as I said, it's just sitting down with us, just letting us know what is it that you want to achieve, and we will recommend the plans that are out there. I mean, I didn't talk about this also, but there's also a disability savings plan, that the has in place for people who are disabled to put money away for the long-term needs of that person who's disabled. So these are different plans that we have that we put in place to help families to achieve their different goals and their dreams. So we look at all these plans. How did they save taxes on these plans?
Mhm.
How do we build an estate from these plans? How do we just protect ourselves using these different plans? And if it's also you need to get out of debt, we have plans that we can recommend to our clients and friends, whoever's on the call right now who have those challenges. We do have plans that we can help people to get out of debt to achieve the different goals that they want to achieve. And no, I know I've been on this program before. It was my last time on this program, so I'm saying this. Later on in the year, we'll try to do this program again and just break down all these different plans that I've mentioned, whether it's insurance, different types of insurance, whether it's FHSA, the RESP for kids. I'll speak to that, but I know Sheila will speak to that also. But we normally get into more details on these different plans on different programs. So stay tuned for more.
Yes, stay tuned. But talking about FHSA, so we on the 28th. So you have till it's good. We are talking about FHSA. Those watching us and who are interested with FHSA, so for this year, you have it's good to know that you have till the 31st to contribute. So if you're interested, so you do have like 3 days to contribute.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
for people who want to maximize their RRSPs, want to maximize, well, the
Mm-hmm.
RRSPs we have until the end of February, who want to maximize on the RRSPs, RESPs, FHSAs. I mean, we have 3 days to complete these plans so that people can maximize and get the returns from the government, from your RRSPs, for the FHSAs, for your RESPs also. So this is a good time. It's a few days, but it's still a good time to maximize to get the returns from the government, from these plans that we've mentioned. Okay.
Yes. So if one of your objectives is to minimize taxes, I want to add that we have plans and these legal ways, legal strategies, to be able to minimize your taxes. So feel free to reach out to us, and yes, we're gonna help you out. Don't worry about that. So also about, I wanted to talk about for you to talk about newcomers. They are new to the country. At times they say, "Oh, I haven't started working." So what would you say regarding them, about financial planning?
Yes, that's a very good subject, because most of us came from other countries. So for newcomers, we'd recommend you get financial educated, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you know about these different plans, what are there to help you. In Canada, the different financial products are different from where I came from in Jamaica, from what it is in Canada. I needed to know financial education. That's why I jumped to learn about financial education. So financial education first and foremost, making sure you're protected. I recommend, as I mentioned before, if you're just coming into the country, you don't have a health card yet, make sure you get some travel insurance to cover you until you get a health card, because you want to cover yourself for emergency medical issues that will arise. But you can speak to myself or Shirley, or numbers are there. We can go into more details on plans that can help you to achieve whatever your goals, your short-term goals, because I mean, you might not have a job. We could also um, help you to start a business, you different ways and means that you can start this business that we are doing here to help you to achieve your goals and dreams. But financial education is first and foremost that you need to get as newcomers to protect yourself.
As a former teacher, I know back home, and I'm sure in Jamaica and even in Canada, we don't get financial education. You know, it's so important at school. It's not taught at school. So it's really important to sit and get the knowledge, and not, definitely not simply sitting with that knowledge. That's also something that I want to point out. It's applying the knowledge. Then you will see results. Like you go to the gym, you know how to use this machine, you know how to, run or walk on the treadmill. But if you don't go, you don't apply, nothing will happen. You won't be losing weight. You won't see the results. So application of the knowledge also, it's really important. You mentioned about retirement also, Zoila. I want to tell you, some people think retirement. Hey, you're talking about retirement with me, Zoila? I'm young. So, yeah, these are myths. This is what I've observed. How can you talk about retirement? I'm so young.
Mhm.
So what do you have to say if someone tell you this?
I mean, retirement, you start saving for everything you have right now. You don't wait,
Hmm.
So retirement, nobody wants to work forever. I mean, yes, if it's you're doing your own business and you're loving it, why not do that? But even when doing your own business, you need to think about those years when you might not be able to perform as
Hmm.
best you can. So you need to have money, things saved up. How are you going to maintain that lifestyle when you've stopped working? How are you going to maintain that lifestyle even if you still want to work? But how are you going to maintain that lifestyle? Even if you take a few weeks off work, how are you? So these are the plans we look at. Retirement, as I said, nobody wants to work forever, so
Hmm.
to put things in place to protect yourself during retirement so that the level of lifestyle, the type of lifestyle you had
Hmm.
when you were working, you have that lifestyle in retirement. So don't think you're too young. Don't even think you're too young to save, or don't even think, I mean, one of the things I get a lot of is like, oh, I'm too young to get life insurance. No, it's better you get
No.
it now whilst you are younger and healthier. When you're younger,
Hmm.
it's so much
So affordable,
more
cheap.
thank you, more affordable than somebody who is 50 and 60, So you're healthy also, you lock that insurability in place. So those are some of the things that we help you with. And we love helping families. We love putting these plans together and seeing you achieve your goals and dreams.
Yes, talking about insurance. This month, I know three people that passed away. They're French speakers. So I'm in the community of French speakers. A lady of 32 with two kids, and also a gentleman of 42. They're still young. And another gentleman that passed away. All of them, they're French speakers. Yeah, so it's really sad, being here. And the lady, she has two kids, so, and GoFundMe is being done. So really sad. The family's stressed out. So we don't want this for immigrants, right? We're all immigrants here. We want a stability. We don't want to burden also our family. And what I've heard, family back home, it's difficult for them. It's really
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what we say. Put plans in place. We never know what can happen. Make sure you're prepared. Make sure you have things in place. Anything can happen. Just make sure. Come to us with your questions, with your comments. We'll
Hmm.
explain different strategies for you. We want you to be protected. In all of this planning, we want you to what we do is protect family, protect your income, protect your way of life. If emergencies happen, we need to be protected.
That's true. Thank you so much. You know, Zoila, when you were talking about no one wants to work forever, and when I'm thinking of the snow, and it's cold, it's winter, no one wants to go and wants to, to go out, work in this weather, right? We won't. I have a background. It's not here. There's the coconut tree, the beach. This is what I want for my retirement. Yeah, so it's at the end, it's financial planning. What you want. If you want this kind of lifestyle, it's all about planning.
Excellent. That's so true. Yeah, we have to put a plan in place. Whatever we are doing, we need to put a plan in place. It's more achievable when we put a plan in place. We see the goals we want to reach. We look at all the obstacles, all the challenges that could come, and and that's what how we help families to put those things in place and help them navigate it throughout.
Thank you. Thank you so much for, clarifying many things and providing also a template while you were talking what needs to be done. You also spoke about solutions. I know people who do not know about the solutions, or they've heard about RRSP, TFSA. Yes, I've heard what is it? They don't know. So stay tuned. We're gonna have more shows on these financial solutions. Okay, these legal strategies. Again, I want to point out, to achieve your goals. And yes, anything you want to add before we end the show, Zoila?
No, just to reiterate what you said, I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we are going to go into details with a whole lot of other plans. These plans that we mentioned, we'll go into more details and more shows to come. So please stay tuned. If you have questions, these are our numbers on the screen. We are here to help. We're here to assist. We are here to make sure you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So thank you.
Thank you, Zoila, for taking the time to come and talk to our audience. We really appreciate all the insights. Thank you again. And all this watching us, we are ending this year strong with knowledge and also application of the knowledge. So, what you can do, I'm giving you a homework. They say once a teacher, always a teacher. So, I'll leave you with this homework. Sit, write your goals and objectives, and feel free to reach out to Zoila and myself, and we'll help you to achieve these goals. So don't forget, remember about, your goals and objectives, and 2025 gonna be different. It's gonna be better. And I know some people are having difficulties, but no, it's temporary. Okay? Things gonna be better. And also we need to work towards it for our lives to become better. And yes, we can and we will. Happy New Year, and we'll meet next year. Stronger, stronger. Bye bye. Bye bye, Zoila.
Bye.